It's Summer Olympics time. We're going to take this opportunity to explore some of the events we'll be seeing on TV. Today, Tae Kwon Do, right here on Clubhouse Gas.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning.
We're back here at Karate for Kids talking with friend of the show, Brian Poole. Now, what exactly is Tae Kwon Do? A lot of people don't necessarily know the difference between the different martial arts out there.
Right. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of different styles of martial arts, a lot of different variations of each martial art. We do Tae Kwon Do, which is a Korean martial art. Tae Kwon Do tends to emphasize a little bit more of the lower body. So that's the martial art where you see a lot of the jump kicks, the spin kicks. It's a really high-impact martial art.
The breaking of the boards?
We do that. We do breaking of the boards. We kick in pads. We do sparring matches. You name it, we'll kick it.
So, of course, Tae Kwon Do is an ancient art, but it was just added to the Olympics in 2000. How has this contributed to the growth of the sport?
Well, actually, with the Tae Kwon Do being a medal event in the Olympics, it's helped with the exposure. A few years back, most of the activities for children were mainstream: baseball, soccer, football, whereas now martial arts has become in that picture. You know, a lot of the benefits are more known to the public, self-esteem, fitness. So we've definitely seen an increase in the interest in martial arts.
How is it practiced at the Olympics?
The organizations tend to be WTF, which is World Taekwondo Federation, and they have the Olympic rules, where it's the accumulated points or knockout. They're a little bit more of the competition-driven school, so their main focus is preparing for Olympic matches.
And you say it's a little bit more of the competition-driven as compared to what? What's the other kind?
Well, we're more of a traditional school. There's a lot of different schools out there. There's the martial arts schools geared towards competition. There's more of the self-defense driven schools, which is more maybe the MMA schools. We're a little bit more of the character development schools. So we definitely have competitions in our organization. There are point sparring matches where they're not full contact matches like the Olympics. So that aspect is available in our program, but it's not our main focus. Our main focus is developing the life skills, self-esteem, changing positive self-image.
So when you're actually there at the Olympics,
yes.
What are the judges taking note of? What are they getting points added on for, taken away for?
There's different techniques, score different points, kicks to the body, you know, they score a certain amount of points, kicks to the head score a certain amount of points, and it's all added up. Or, of course, knockouts is a match won. So if one opponent knocks out the other man, then they win their match.
All right. So, you know, you hear with a lot of the sports, you know, the athlete, she starts at 2 years old and it takes over her life and it takes over the life of her family. Is that going to be the same with the Tae Kwon Do student to make it up to that level?
Well, definitely to get to the Olympic level, it's a lifelong dedication. And they're definitely, you know, students that have that ability and that focus, that drive, that anything is possible.
And what age do they usually?
We actually start at age 3. So we actually have a Tiny Tiger program, which is ages 3 through 5. And then we have our junior program all the way through the adult program.
So say one of your students here, you know, came to you and said that he or she wanted to go all the way up and they wanted to be an Olympic athlete. What would be the process to get them there?
Well, definitely encouragement in the beginning. With anything is possible. We definitely encourage our students to do the best and set their goals and, you know, don't take no for an answer. So they would, of course, start out, learn the foundation of martial arts, the basics, go through the intermediate levels, achieve the rank of black belt. And then at that level, if the student is ready, they would have regional qualifiers that would prepare them for the Olympics. They go through step-by-step qualification rounds, and then the competitors in the Olympics are the ones that have passed through all those regional qualifiers, made the Olympic team, and compete in the Olympics.
Okay, so they've got to have their black belt to even enter.
Yes, black belts, you must have black belt to compete.
So how many belts are there?
In our organization, there's 10 belts up to black belt, and then there's 9 degrees of black belt once a student achieves black belt.
Wow, so how long would it take, you know, a dedicated student to come out here and get their black belt?
A dedicated student who's continuously training, working hard, can earn their black belt between 3 and 3.5 years.
Okay, 3.5 years,
Yes.
I'll be an Olympic athlete.
Look forward to watching you on TV.
All right, Brian, thanks so much
It's
for
been a
joining
pleasure.
us.
Everybody was kung fu